What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Monday. It is time to take a little walk through Shamokin. Kill a little bit of time before we all get our Monday started. Mine don't start till later in the afternoon, so I'm gonna go out and take a little stroll at the moment. Town building energy. Very cool. A lot of history in this town, definitely is. Alright, what we got here? So this is where we travel up and down a lot right here, actually. They put a lot of good history lessons up here at the park, at least. But we're gonna take another sit for a second and do a little bit more readjustments to the gimbal. As always, I always see something I have to fix. So let's just make it center a little more. And we should be good from there. Yeah, nice and balanced now. Well, yeah, we're gonna start off back here at Water Street. Lincoln Street's the next one on the hill up there. We're going to take a little cruise. Leaving the illumination station. It's a Monday. Deliveries are happening. There's some more deliveries going on. So yeah, we're getting ready for the week. Easter's coming up very quickly. So everybody's catching up from their weekend, starting their work week. Yeah, I've been working through the whole weekend, so I'm going to continue on working through the week. So let's go see what we can find and get into today. We got some of these buildings here again and again. So take a nice little stroll. Like how old these signs are, all nice and rusty. It's actually not a bad feel outside today. Over the other side of the street here. All the trees are blooming nicely. We're out everywhere. Get a little more livelier as we go through. Not bad, right? Let's see how we're gonna get around everybody, but old looking building here. I've seen before many of times. How y'all doing? Keeping it off, yeah, guys.
Right?
There we go. So we're all catching up with the week here. Situation going on. Go a little bit better. Really came to look at the building right there, but I got people in front of the building, so let's go check out the alleyway here, see what's going on up here. There's a lot more people out today because it is a lot better weather, so can't complain. We're gonna come up next to Wendy's here in a second. Some little paintings done here. I didn't notice these before. Radiation kills, huh? Interesting. So let's get a move on then. It says no trespassing. Well, I guess I should get off that little parking spot. Yeah, that building. Yeesh. Yeah, he came really close to them cars, didn't he? That says Queen on there. Look, everything's blooming nice. I mean, unfortunately, it is a gray sky. Let's go down through here now. I'll pop right back up on Independence Street. Graffiti on the wall next to me, but we got past it, so let's take a look. It's an real old brick and mortar. Like it's gonna have better days, but we're going to have to set the camera down and get the Osmo out at some point. Get a little more of this building here. There's some artwork up there I need to get for something. But check this out though. Old wooden covers on the windows up there. That's really cool looking actually. Yeah. I ain't got nobody popped in yet, so just chilling and cruising. It'll be here for later for everybody to see. Monday morning, a lot jumping off, more than usual. So, let's take a look around. Lots of traffic everywhere. It don't ever look like this at night, does it? 100% vacant street. We need to find a spot where I can set you down and get in my backpack, and I have to get my other camera out and record something real quick that I missed the other day. So let's see if we can do that right here. We'll set you down for a moment. Y'all can watch the street, unfortunately. Turn it down. Alright. I'll set you there for a moment. See, my gimbal wheel came off. There we go. Alright, give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to get my other camera out and record something that I'm working on. Alright, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. sky's really gray, so I don't know how well they turned out. Alright, let's straighten this all back on my back. Lift this back up. Hello, everyone. I am back. Good morning, Angel Baby. I was pre-recording a building here. I'm going to throw into a video I've been working on for like a month, it feels like. So, welcome back to Shamokin. It is during a Monday morning. Nice weather outside. People are coming out after being cooped up from the rain all these days. So, lots of happenings happening, I guess we could say. But yeah, we were looking. I'm not going to show you what I was recording on that building, but that's the one I was just looking at over there, the flower shop. Can't show you and spoil it for the future video that will come out about it. Looks like they might be getting ready to start some work here today. I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out. They're making it into apartments. They're making them less apartments than what they are now. A little bigger and more modern, I guess. But yeah, can't wait to see the progress when it's done. They're going to do a fantastic job, I imagine. So, alright, let's crack on some more. See who we can run in across and talk to today. Alright.
You got the Wawa, the building of Wawa.
Geisinger bus there going. Geisinger is the medical provider in the area up here. So they run all the hospitals and try to run all the ambulance services and stuff like that. But yeah, we got all the local old folks out hanging out today. Laundromat's full of people. What a heck of a town, right? So I'm thinking if there's this many people coming out now, and imagine what it's going to be like later when the weather's even better. But I won't be around for that, unfortunately. It's getting warmer now, actually. It's not bad out here at the moment. Not bad at all. I really like this little thing here. That's a pretty cool little spot there. And I got a nice little bench to sit on. A lot of the stuff in there is historical from around the city. A lot of the signs and stuff that are in there. But we won't go in right now. They're trying to run a business. So, it's a puppy. It's a puppy. But yeah, Easter's coming up next weekend, isn't it? Carson will be up for that. He's actually going to be here for quite a while, spending some time with me, so we'll get him popped in a video probably. Oh, that's just different. He won't go nowhere. They usually get scared and fly away. Oh man, you loud. Ruining my audio. Oh, there's another one down there on that end. Oh, nice. Look at that bird. Hello. I'll face the camera up. We had someone coming out, but yeah, look at these birds. Come back out here. So they're making way up in there doing havoc and damage, I imagine. Alright, well, let's crack on, ladies and gentlemen. Some work going on over in the alleyway. Cool. Where's he back out? Alright, cool. Yeah, that building is going to need some more work, basically. Last day to get your taxes in. Tomorrow's the deadline. Make sure y'all get that done. I know I didn't. I want to be late again this year. I'm late every year with it, but I'll get it done eventually. So we come to another spot where I gotta set the camera down again, and I'm trying to find. I get my other camera back out again. I gotta keep doing that for some reason. No, I should have come out tomorrow and catch the train coming through right here. I really should. Alright, let's see how that looks when I set you down. Almost too far down. Alright. So anyone see this Angel Baby? Okay. Yeah, the other night I went out to live stream. I just wasn't feeling good. I was tired. My knee was hurting. And I just went home and laid it down and went to sleep pretty much right away afterwards. So I was only out for like a half hour. And then last night I just didn't feel it either. So it was a long weekend. A lot of stuff going on. So alright, we got the other camera out now. Zip this up, put it back in the backpack, and we're just going to keep moving once I'm done doing it. I'm trying to keep it a secret what I'm recording, so you actually watch the new video I'm making. I'm recording the way I prefer not to. I rather connect my Osmo through the phone, because when I zoom, it doesn't give it that glitch feature. That way, like if I'm zooming with the Osmo itself, but with what I'm about to record, I should be okay with that. So I found a perfect spot to set you while I do this. So I'm gonna put you downwards and watch the intersection. I am gonna go down and visit down there sometime actually. I had to turn it on narrow, standard, actually. Yeah, Angel Baby, that's in the plans for some point this summer. I plan on taking a cruise down there. See, we got the meter police coming up. That other one's live streaming on YouTube. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Alright, thanks. YouTube. Next, I gotta do a wide shot of it. Put it on wide. Alright, so for now, I'm going to just keep the Osmo in my hoodie pocket. And we can just keep on going. Gave you a quick glimpse of what I was getting, my action shots there. I will actually probably end up coming back and getting a little bit better with it, but we'll see how those ones turned out. Can you see the colors in that car over there? That one, the first one right there. It's like when it drives, it changes colors in the light. That one right there. That's really cool, actually. We even got birds. Where are they at? I hear them. They're here somewhere. Up there on the wire. You see it? Right up there. Nope, that's not. Yeah, that is. Is it? Yeah, that's a bird up there. That's definitely a bird up there. Alright, now we got some more happenings. Look at this old trash truck. Right? So that's Aqua doing water work. That's what they do, obviously. Aqua, you know. Makes sense, right? The library's open. Might be some kind of event going on today. Alright, cool. There we go. Put you up a little bit. Just keep it on moving, won't we? Coney Island lunch. Surprised they're not. I don't think they're open on a Monday. It's almost lunchtime, isn't it? Now this Jeep is really cool. We have to show this one off. It sits here a lot, but that is really cool looking Jeep though. Margarita. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. That is a really cool Jeep though. Another one. I didn't even notice that right behind me until just now. Cool. Hi y'all. Couldn't see my screen. It had dust on it somehow. That's weird. Okay, so what's up, Mr. Work? We just chilling. About to go back down to where everybody was. It's dead up this end of the street here. Yeah, I'm not going to be out too long walking up and down. I got to go work later, but it is nice out, so I did want to take a walk regardless. So I'm out doing some pre-recording for something I'm working on too, so can't complain. Look at the license plate. That's funny. But yeah, we're gonna go up this way here actually. With that one right there. We've been up there to Glen Burn, where the snow and mine fires video is on top of the far side down there. That is a big, big mountain actually. I mean, tell you what, Wednesday, depending if I get everything done, I have to real quick in the morning. I'll go up there in the afternoon and do a live stream and show you around up on top of the Glen Burn. Last time I tried to do a live stream up there, I ended up walking almost 2 miles across this whole thing, going all the way over to Bunker Hill, chasing what was supposed to be a brush fire. Ended up being a vehicle in the woods set on fire. Yeah, right on the other side of it is SCI coal. Right on the other side of that. But on the far side down there, the taller part, that's not actually a real mountain. That's a man-made comb hill. It's one of the tallest ones in the world. I think there's taller ones by far, but that's what I hear. So that's not necessarily a fact that I can prove, but it is a very, very, very tall comb hill. And it's on fire. Imagine that, right? So they just did some fresh concrete work right there. They were doing that when I walked by the first time. A comb hill is the stuff that when they do the mine work, the stuff that's like the waste that they don't use. So they'll dump it all in a big pile, and those are what you see around the coal region, the big piles of busted up rock, and there's some coal mixed in it and stuff like that, but it's the impurities that they're getting rid of, and they're using pure anthracite coal and big chunks of it, you know, big chunks of it to get things done, you know, with that coal. But yeah, comb hill is basically a waste hill. Comb bank is other words. That's why I think the term is comb bank. But that there is a comb mountain. Yeah. So we got the old classic fire escape here. Work, you got these down in Philly, right? That kind of style like that? Oh, yeah, I've learned that too coming up here, actually. I didn't know that until a couple years ago, actually. So I have to come to the spot that blew my channel up. Literally, this Firehouse Winery, the video, every week for almost a year now, has been the #1 viewed video with over 1,000 views a week. I'm almost about to go, what the heck is that thing where they give you the reward? I forget exactly what it's called. My mind just went blank. What? It's viral. Yeah, the video is almost viral by now. I have the only pre-arrival of this building right here going up in flames. And from there, I only had like 20 subscribers at that point, and within a week I had like 600 subscribers. And then from there, that gave me the motivation to keep going. That's about the time I started actually watching you, Mr. Work, right before all that happened. So yeah, it's been a long ride. I've been watching for longer than that, actually, I think. But this is when I really actually started trying to do YouTube more instead of just a hobby. But putting more effort into it, you know. Actually trying to be better at it. They're finally starting to do this. Because down there where you were at, Mr. Work, you know, everything's nice and bloomed already. This stuff just now starting up here. I had to turn that off. It turned on in my pocket. I had to turn it off. What the heck? No way. Did y'all just see that? That was funny looking. What the things I run into. Yeah, this right here is turning into the Brat House. Rap House or something like that. It's going to be a pub, bar, like stuff like that. Off-road vehicle stuff. So, you know, all the things the coal region mixes together real well. Off-roading and alcohol. So yeah, so with this property, they get that building, this building, and this old furniture building here. This used to be a train station, actually. You can kind of see the resemblance of it. Still from back in the day being a train station. Kind of still has that shape, right? But yeah, they're probably going to go forward with the plan and have a nice, I mean, there's going to be a lot of space to work with, isn't it? So, always good to see progress happening in a dying city. Let's hope it actually brings it back to life and vitalizes it a little more. These vans are cool. I need something like this, but not so much for catering, but for like an RV, mobile studio, something like that. Would be really cool to have. Put some satellites, not satellites, but solar panels on there. That'd be awesome. Run all the editing wear and camera recharging and all that good stuff inside with the solar power. that you generate as you drive around all day. I mean, why not, right? If I could get a solar power car, man, I'd be in business. Geez, what happened here? There's a big pile of a mess there. What gets me is though, some of the train tracks still show out of the road from how it used to be, you know? Better watch where I'm going. I might get hit by a car today. These roads are rough. Look at these things. And over here's another part of the train track. Rusted down in there real good. Jeez, look at all of this. Now we're always walking in the fronts of down Independence Street. Let's check out the back sides here real quick of the hardware store, which I show that a lot. That's an awesome looking building. It's not so pretty when you actually look at it from the back side of it. Atrocious mess of an alleyway here. What I mean by that is, look at the lakes and stuff that are in here. I gotta watch where you're walking too. I found syringes and stuff when I'm walking through here before. Yeah, the backside of the building's not so pretty. Nor easy to walk through. Mud everywhere. And that Stoner guy, man, he spray painted everything, didn't he? Holy jeez. I gotta watch. I was gonna say something else, but yeah, I gotta watch what I say. Come out with the funniest terms sometimes. I'm like, holy jeez, what does that even mean? Really nice and blooming now. Nice and pretty, right? And the backside of the hardware store there, that big building. There's gotta be a way in there. I just haven't figured it out yet. Can't do it from the front, and there's professional tattletales everywhere. Even the trees are starting to get a little green on them. That's good. That mountain, not so much though, but I'll get there. Like somebody's frying up some fish around here. Either that or it's just a stinky town. It could be both though. That church right over there, that tall one, that's still for sale if anyone's interested. I'm not interested in buying a church at the moment. Dang, that's where I was trying to go. See where that guy's going? I'll tell you about that area where he's heading. So that's the old Washington School. I explained that. I've done videos in there. You guys kind of get the idea of the situation. Trap house. Rent an RV, yeah. I could. That would be a nice idea. I could park anywhere in Philly with that, right? But they go through there to go back up in those neighborhoods. That's where all the bad stuff happens, is up in those neighborhoods. It's such a shame, though, how they destroyed this property right here. Such a shame. From the time, a couple of months ago when Carson and I went in there, to the time now, there's been a lot more damage. I can see that from the outside. A lot more trash piled up around the back. Which we're gonna go take a look anyways, because believe it or not, I knew I was going to get into something like this today. So I'm not unprepared. How's that sound? I'm just going to go up the alleyway and go through the back. Go through those back neighborhoods back there. These dump trucks are ridiculous all day long, making the whole region work. There goes trash truck. That's not a dump truck, but these, you'll see them all day long around Route 61 going up and down. Full too. See, look how low those tires are. Full of that good heavy anthracite coal. There comes another one. All 3 tires on the ground. Heavy. That's a bigger one than usual too. Alright, let's get it while we can. That got a spot to try to cross the road right at a turn. The wall looks like it's bowing. See, the spray foam fixes everything, just so everybody's aware. No matter what it is, a spray foam will fix it. That is the logic around here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it smells horrible walking up through here like sewage. That is really cool old looking. Yo, I bet you they used to actually put horses on that. What's up, Shauna? Flurries, wow. It's really nice out here today, though. We're checking out the old Washington School as we walk through. How you feeling today? Feeling any better? Get that relaxing weekend you needed? I unfortunately worked all weekend. Yeah, it's become a very big eyesore. This building has so much potential. Has a great view too when you're up in there. Those top windows are all open now. They weren't before. These middle ones are broken. They weren't before. The bottom ones are like that. Mounds of trash are getting piled up here. I wonder what code has to say about this. Or do they even care? Someone always feeds the cats around here. What's up, Ralph? Yeah, I get that feeling too. I understand. Sometimes you just gotta take a day or two to yourself, you know? Just relax and, you know, it's good for the mind. It's good for everything, actually. Physical and mental. You always gotta make sure you self-care. You gotta self-care. Because everything in life could be grand 100%. You could be a millionaire, everything's perfect and all that. But if you don't self-care, you know, like relax, focus, you know, do something that for yourself, life isn't what it should be. It's kind of miserable. That's why when like us creators, like we don't put stuff out for a while, or we don't come out and doing things like work. A good example, you're a big live streamer and you do it all the time, and there's be days where you take a couple days off and all that. I don't even get upset because I understand you need time for yourself once in a while, because we are human, you know, we are people, not just creators, you know, or content watchers too, because without content watchers we don't have creators. There'd be no point for creators, right? So yeah, people don't show up in the chats, you know, they're out living life and stuff like that. That's a wonderful thing. I don't know how close I really want to get to this building today. They did some clean out. They took the no trespassing signs down. I don't know like it got any type of better condition since I've been here last. So if you're really curious of what it looked like inside, like I said, I do have it is an old school, yes. I do have videos of it. Carson and I were in here. It's actually a pretty decent video if you ask me. I'll focus, zoom in right there for you. Zoom back out. Yeah, I'll walk around the outside. So for years, Carson and I wanted to go in here, but the first time him and I came up here, it wasn't as secured as it is semi now. But they did come up and re-secure the building since then. And just look at all this stuff. I ain't messing with none of that. There's all back through there. It's all trash everywhere. Look at that heaping pile over there. And the mass amount of cameras the guy has hanging out his window up there. And this is just a... I don't even know what to call this. It's almost like a junkyard starting here. There's a lot of it back there. And it spreads all the way over to here. I mean, I got a lot of questions. Why are they letting this happen? It is not even anywhere near crazy as anywhere else. No, definitely. This is nowhere near comparable to anything. Yeah, it's really not that bad up here. I mean, we do have things happening, but not like everywhere else. So, I'm not trying to compare it to like Kingston, Skid Row. We definitely got nothing on anybody. We definitely don't. There's no doubt about it. So... It is laid back, actually, yeah. I mean, anywhere you go, if you're looking for drama or you're looking for that type of lifestyle, you'll find it. But if you're looking to start something chill and relax, this is a good spot for that too. You know, every walk of life is up here from all over the world. We got people from Philly, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, Allentown, other states like Jersey. Everybody comes up here. It's cheap living. And to be honest with you, we're all trying to escape something, you know, and start over somewhere. I wouldn't know if I want to retire up here. It's probably not a place I would pick for that. There's really not much to do up here. I mean, unless you're in the mountains going on trails and stuff like that, which I am, you know, and there's really, yeah, we have a Knoebel amusement park over on the other side of the mountain there in Ellensburg. That's a real good spot. You can go in there and walk around the park all day and just pay for the rides as you go. And it's a nice little food court. They have a camping area, you know, all kinds of cool stuff actually. I'm gonna go up there this year actually, so y'all get to see that too. Sturdy, that's in my Mount Carmel videos, my buddy there, he actually works there, so maybe we'll get some exclusive content from him. Let me sit the gimbal down for a second. I got to push that button, push that, set that like that. Like I said, you'll see tons and tons of tri-axles going by all day. These 18-wheelers cruising through here, I'll tell you what, they scared of shit. If you park along this road, you're brave. You're a brave soul if you park along this road. Yeah, we're posted up at the old Tweaker house, the Washington School. Like we own the place today. Like I said, when I first started coming up here and starting to see Shamokin for what it was a lot worse than what it is now, and by far not nowhere as bad as anywhere else. But the police department did not tolerate that. They cleaned it up pretty quickly, and I can't complain. It's like I say, you see me walk around all hours of the night out here. No issues. Nothing to worry about, right? So what would I complain about, right? I cannot complain. It is a nice place to be. I mean, I don't particularly like the city of itself, but it's not bad to live by this area at all. There's even a statues wait for you. Look at that. There's so much potential. If you buy a house up here, if you had the money, like you have to have a good amount of money to restore one of these houses. But taxes are going up for no reason, actually. So I'm going to take back what I was going to say there. I was going to say if you had the money to invest, this would be a good spot to come live. Well, I wouldn't say that because you're paying a lot in taxes for something that's not worth it, if you ask me, in my opinion. You keep raising them, but they're not doing anything else. I want to raise my property tax for something like this. Like, wow, right? Like you see it, like, how much is the average house price? I honestly couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I have stuff written down at home and stuff that I'm working on for that video I was telling you about, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I have so many things in my mind sometimes, you know, I can't remember everything. So, yeah, these are bad. I honestly, a vacant property that's been sitting for years, you could probably get for a couple grand at the most, like $2,000-$3,000. But then you're going to be dumping like $25,000 just to fix it up to make it livable. Easily, just that on a roof. Like everything needs a roof around here. And everybody knows once a roof starts having issues, the rest of the building gives way as well. Plenty of prime examples of that around here, of buildings collapsing, and it's all because of the roof. Little wind chimes all up through there. That's pretty cool. It's a little windier all of a sudden. I don't know how I ended up back on Sunbury Street. Let's go up off away from the loud traffic. Did you guys ever hear of a place called a dog wash? That's what this building used to be, dog wash. I guess they used to wash dogs in there. To me, it looks like a vacant hoarder building. It's like, those windows are packed full. There's stuff packed everywhere in there. Every window has something packed in it. It looks like something out of a horror movie. I could agree with that one. We can make some good movies out of this town with the historical looks and the, like you say, there's some evil looking stuff, some horror movie looking stuff, and there's also some beauty looking stuff too. So any style of movie you want to make, you could probably make in a coal region city. Oh, we got some different colors on trees up here. There we go. Just starting to show a little bit there. See where that lady's walking up there? There's a long flight of steps. I'll take us up to the Glen Burn Trail, actually. Get into the Glen Burn. There's the backside of the Firehouse Winery. Windows are still all boarded up, the roof's still torn apart. You see where the fire came out the back. It's all burned up. Almost looks like I was standing in the same exact spot when I took the video. When I was just looking at that, I was like, wow, that's really familiar looking. Hey, don't let that fool you. That hill that he's walking up is a little more than you think. Never mind, cop. Beware the owner. The crazy part is that truck didn't have a stop sign. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do. So that hill is steeper than it looks. That's actually looking really nice now. I walked through here the other night. I said I definitely have to come back there in the day to see it. That definitely was a good idea. Oh, what's that? Alright, that's an indicator I gotta get going. Alright, well, my ride's on the way to come pick me up, so I gotta get going. I got appointments to get to. So, what's up, Paranoia? Sorry, I'm about to take off on y'all.